Probably about 2 months ago. A couple of cops went by and I got arrested for panhandling. Supposedly aggressive panhandling. I have a sign. I use a sign. I don't talk to people. I did 30 days in jail because I ask people for food and a hand. You know, like, if you want to solve the problem, solving the problem is not going to solve it by throwing us in jail. Because in 30 days, when we're done our time, I'll be coming right back to my spot on the sidewalk. I get called asshole, I get called jerk, I get called wastoid, I get spit on. 2 weeks ago, I got spit in my face because I asked somebody to walk into a store and ask me, buy me something to eat. You know, like, why do people have to act like that, man? Look at the people that walk around up and down the streets every day that are screaming, you know, and yelling and jumping around. Doesn't that give a clue to somebody that they're maybe ill? The city let him go. That's just another person that fell between the cracks in this city. He's sick. He shouldn't be, paranoia schizophrenic shouldn't be sitting on a street begging for food. He should be in a hospital. He should be in an institution where somebody's going to take care of him. This is 2007. We're not back in the Stone Age anymore. My biggest problem is having a home, is wanting a home. So I mean, until I can get that and get things settled, then I'm not going to be able to do anything.
No, I'm not happy with the street life. I'm not happy being broke. I'm not happy. Something nice just like, I just spent this morning like with my girlfriend, like crying, like we were trying to figure out like what the hell we're gonna do. All these people are out on the street, they don't even want well, there's some people out here that don't even want social service. They don't go to welfare. They don't want anything to do with the system. Like they just feel lost and they feel abandoned. They feel left.
And I think the larger issue probably is our attitudes and beliefs that we have as society towards the homeless, and the way that collectively as a group we exclude them, and then changing our attitudes and beliefs towards the way we think about homelessness in the first place.
Where they had a meeting and down the fashion district, or the club district, they wanted to put a new hostel down there because they closed like 7 hostels. So they invited everybody, and a lot of people from the shelters went down. And there was actually one gentleman that stood up there and said, there is not a homeless situation in this city. Like the ignorance of like people really, they turn their eye, they're so blind to it because they don't want to have to think about it. They don't want to, it hurts, eh? You know, not only to be in this situation, but to think, if you ever see what it does, it does, it hurts, man.
So I have no sympathy for them whatsoever.
It's not sympathy, it's empathy that's going to help. You don't look at a kid that's already 17 selling crack in Regent Park and go, he's a waste of life and he's crack. You try and find a way to build community centers, to build, you know, projects that they can do things positive so they can see that there's something they can do to contribute. They say it takes a whole community to raise a child, right? And we come up with all these problems from childhood and don't realize that by the time we get to adulthood, people are lost. So I've lost everything. My family doesn't want to speak to me anymore. They've had it with the drugs and the jail. They've had it with their crack. I've had it with it. I have nobody left except for a couple good people you meet in shelters. You know, I've got a probation officer right now that's actually decent, that actually cares where I'm going, but 90% of them aren't there. It's like they're just there for the paycheck. You get some nice clothes. Where do you get these clothes? Like, where do you get Sean and John and stuff like that? I just sneak into blue boxes. A week after I got out of jail at nighttime, I hope people can see me to get them because I had like one outfit. There's no real resources to help you when you come out, you know? Go in here, be an animal. You have to think about if you were in that situation, if it was your son or your daughter. You know, what do you really want to do? Do you want to give them money and let them go feed their drug habit, or do you want to like help do things in the community? If the money goes to landlords, if the money's put out in things, if they say in order for you to get the money, you have to do programs. You know, we see that for the last 5 months, every time we give you money, you're still not housed, you're not paying your rent. We're not going to give it to you anymore unless you do this program, you do certain things. Maybe a few people, I'm not saying everybody, but a few people start thinking about it a bit more, you know? Maybe that'd be the little kick in the ass they need. Addictions, you gotta realize, it's not just a choice, man. It's a sickness. It's an illness. When you go to shelter, they say, here's the computers, go find a job. No. Like I said, people have to actually care, have to actually think it through. When somebody has these problems, what are they gonna do when they get that money? What's the follow-up with it? So if you wanna know if you can get jobs, yeah, there's places you can go find jobs. You can go find it in any of these papers, from the Now to the I to the Sun, the Star, to any of the computers in the employment offices. You can just walk on that site if you got your boots. If you go 3 days in a row with your boots and a hard hat on one of these like condo buildings or something, you show up and they see that you're eager to do it, they're gonna put you on. It's union, you're gonna make 23 bucks an hour plus your 10%, blah, blah, blah. But if you've got a drug addiction, if you're an alcoholic, if you've got mental issues and you can't control yourself, what do you do when you make that first 900 or 1,000 bucks? It's gone. You don't really do anything productive. It has to be an entire program. And the community doesn't offer that, no. I really need somebody to help me go, because I'm in a point in my life where I don't know where to go. I'm not making the right choices. I'm not doing the right things. It's up to the community, not the government. That's my point.